What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Color Nation Media, bringing you yet another episode of Pokemon X and Y Battle Spot Live. This is episode number 31, and before we get into the new team today, just want to remind you guys that as long as this video reaches that magical number of 50 likes on this video, I will continue bringing you those double daily Wi-Fi battle uploads and all of that fun stuff. Now today, coming into today's episode, we are sitting nice and pretty at a record of 35 and 23 with that nice 12-game differential going on that we got to last time because we enjoyed a double victory for the first time in quite a while. So we are bringing the Scarfed Mienshao, the bulky specially defensive, wish-passing Umbreon, and then the physically defensive substituting Exeggutor. Those are all from previous episodes. We are bringing back the Because Bunnies Choice Bandit Azumarill because actually a lot of people have been asking, when you're going to use it again. So I'm like, you know what? We're bringing it back in Battle Spot right now. So let's get to it. I'm going to hit that challenge button. I still have to explain my two other Pokemon, though. We are bringing Alakazam. It's just a Focus Sash set. I usually run Life Orb, but I decided to change it up a little bit and just try out the Focus Sash set. It's got 4 attacking moves. I think it's like Psyshock, Dazzling Gleam, Shadow Ball, and Energy Ball, I believe. So I switched out the Focus Blast for Dazzling Gleam just because there's a lot of dragons on Battle Spot. And, of course, in this first battle, there are no dragons, so making me look stupid already. And the other Pokemon I did not explain is the Luxray. It's actually a Guts Flame Orb set with 4 attacking moves. And that thing dishes out so much damage, it's not even funny. Not even funny. So I'm going to try to pair that with my Wish-Passing Umbreon to, keep it in relatively good health. And we'll see how that works out. I mean, in Battle Spot 3v3, it's a lot more difficult to switch your Pokemon in and out. You can't really afford to give your opponent free turns or anything like that. So we will see. We shall see indeed. Now looking at our first opponent for today, they are bringing a Gyarados, Greninja, Tyranitar, Chandelure, Snorlax, and Aegislash. I'm leading off with Mienshao just because if I have an unfavorable matchup, can't even say the word unfavorable now, I'll be able to U-turn out, and, being Scarfed, I should be faster than even the Chandelure if it is Scarfed. So I'm not too worried at all, and I kind of need it to be able to take out the Snorlax. I really don't have anything else that can handle it, to be honest. I mean, I have the Luxray, which I am bringing in this battle as well, so I can hit it up with a Wild Charge, but it's just going to do so much damage as far as recoil, just because of how high an HP stat that Snorlax has. So he probably is bringing the Snorlax just because he has the Aegislash. It pairs very nicely with a Ghost type. It has some decent synergy because Aegislash will be immune to the fighting type moves that Snorlax is afraid of. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to U-turn because this is not a good matchup for me. I've got 2 fighting type moves in Drain Punch and High Jump Kick. They're going to be both ineffective against this Aegislash. Oh, they have the red card. Red card Aegislash. It's going to switch into my Umbreon, so that's exactly what I wanted anyway. That's exactly what I was going to do. So it basically has the same effect as the U-turn was going to. He's going to go for the Flash Cannon. I should be able to take that okay because I am specially defensive. That's a crit. So I'm actually going to be able to take Flash Cannons left and right. Because if that is a crit, it's like a 4 or 5 hit KO. So I'm really not scared of this thing whatsoever. I'm hoping it's not mixed and it doesn't have the Sacred Sword. That would be a problem. But he's going to switch out, so I'm going to say that he does not have that. He's going to switch into the Snorlax. And I'm going to Wish Up, and I should be able to pass this into Luxray if I wanted to, or I could just Protect and try to get it, to myself. That sentence did not make sense. Try to absorb the Wish myself is what I meant to say. I could go for a Foul Play here, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to switch into the Luxray and try to start doing some damage to this thing. I can't afford to go into Mienshao at this point and start firing off fighting type moves because the Aegislash is just going to come right in. So he goes for the Body Slam. He cannot paralyze Luxray, which is great. I'm going to get back up to full health and get my Flame Orb activated safely. So that is just best case scenario for me. Now I can just nuke something with a Wild Charge, and really nothing on his team wants to take that. If I recall from the team preview, he doesn't have any ground types. He does have the Tyranitar, but that is still not going to take this too well. And yeah, I mean, I have the superpower, but I can't really fire that off with the Aegislash around, same as the High Jump Kick for Mienshao. So we go for that Wild Charge. Look at how much damage that does to a Snorlax, who is as thick as anything. And I'm going to be able to take that Body Slam, okay. Going to take burn damage, which is unfortunate. The downside to using Luxray with a Guts, Flame Orb set is that it doesn't last too long. It just comes in and fires off some incredibly powerful hits. Only like 2 or 3 though, and then it usually will either die to its own recoil or burn damage or something like that. So he's going to switch out here. He wants to keep that around. So he's going to bring in the Aegislash, and it's in the shield mode, but it still does like 60%. Wow. I mean, I have Crunch on this thing. I guess I could have gone for it, but I wasn't confident that that would take out the Snorlax. So, yeah, unfortunately, we're going to go down to the recoil and the burn damage and all that stuff, which is unfortunate, but we have Aegislash and Snorlax severely weakened, which is great. And I'm pretty sure Foul Play will destroy both of their lives, to be honest. And depending on what his other Pokemon is, we might be looking at an Umbreon sweep right here. We'll see what he wants to do. I mean, especially because this thing is special, I really am not afraid of it. It would have to have the Sacred Sword to do any damage, and he keeps switching out here, so I'm really thinking he doesn't have it. Really thinking he doesn't have it. He's going to switch into the Snorlax, and that's fine by me, because I'm just going to Wish Up, because why not? If he wants to go for the Body Slam next turn, that is fine as well. I don't know if a Foul Play is going to be able to kill from this range, because he's going to get his lefties. So, that is a thing, I guess. But if he wants to try to paralyze me with the Body Slam, I have the Synchronize, so he's going to get paralyzed too. And then I can just Heal Bell, because I'm not carrying Toxic. I don't know. I don't like the Wish Toxic set, just because I feel like it's Toxic Stall, and that's kind of annoying. It really is. I don't really like those sets too much when I play against them, so I try to stay away from them whenever possible. On my end as well. So if I'm gonna run Wish and Protect, I might as well just run the Heal Bell instead of the Toxic and not be an annoying player, not be one of those people. So he's going to switch out here, and he's going to switch into the Greninja. That's his other Pokemon. Okay. So we're gonna go for the Foul Play. It's gonna be not very effective, and it doesn't really do that much damage at all. But because he's Protean, he's not going to go for Dark Pulse here, obviously. So he's going to switch into something that'll be neutral to Foul Play. So we should be able to do a lot more damage the second time we get to hit with it. Now, I'm thinking he's going to go for maybe Hydro Pump? I don't know. But I need this Umbreon. I don't really want to take hits. So I'm going to go into Mienshao. As long as I can live a hit, I'll be fine. He's going to go for the Scald. I should be able to survive that. I really think I'll be able to survive that. And I survive with 15 HP. Please no burn. No burn, so I'm going to be able to fire a hit off here and hit something. I mean, the Aegislash switch in is pretty obvious. Oh, but he has the Shadow Sneak, so it is a mixed Greninja. Normally, it's either special or physical, but this one is mixed. Or maybe not mixed, but they just are running the Shadow Sneak, as their only physical move. So that is unfortunate. So now we're left with no choice but to try to sweep this team with an Umbreon. Now keep in mind that this team is severely weakened. The Aegislash and Snorlax are at about 50% health. And he's going to go for the Scald here. If he burns me, that is fine, because with the Synchronize, he'll get some more residual damage as well, and I can just Heal Bell. He's not going to get the burn. I'm going to get a Wish Off, so that is great for me. And I'm really not scared right now. Really not scared at all. I'm kind of tempted to go for a Heal Bell, thinking I might get burned this next time, but really thinking that is not worth it, because with my luck, that's just not going to work out. So we're just going to go for the Foul Play here, and he's taking a lot of damage due to that Life Orb, so he's probably going to die to this Foul Play. It'll be neutral, because he's just pure Water type now, remember. And yeah, he's just going to go down to that, so Umbreon getting the kill. And I don't know why a couple of episodes ago I just never used Umbreon. I mean, I know it's more defensive, but Foul Play just does so much work on these Battle Spot teams that love to bring things that have incredible attack stats. And just in general, the ones that don't are pretty frail. Pretty frail, just like that Greninja, which really doesn't have the best physical attack, but it's so incredibly frail. So in comes the Snorlax. I'm going to outspeed that, and it's at much less than 50%, like I mentioned earlier. So Foul Play is just going to straight up KO that Snorlax. So Umbreon, 2 kills and counting. And I really don't think he can do anything to me. I think he's going to have to spam the flash cannons. His other move is probably like Shadow Sneak. Or not Shadow Sneak. Shadow Ball. And he might have the Shadow Sneak just for priority. But I haven't seen the Sacred Sword yet. I don't think he has it. No, he's just going to go for the flash cannon. That's probably the only thing that he can really do. Look at that damage. It is pitiful. Pitiful, pitiful damage. And I wanted to go for the Wish there just in case he wanted to go for the King's Shield. And he might go for it right here, but I really don't have a choice but to go for the Foul Play. I guess I could Protect, but that's kind of lame. If he's going to go for it, he's going to go for it. He's not. He is not. So that is going to be a victory for us. And the best part, that was an Umbreon sweep, ladies and gentlemen. Umbreon took out the entire team of our opponent. That is just absolutely craziness. Absolute craziness. So that's going to break a record up to 36-23. So we're working on a 13-game differential right now, which is absolutely fantastic. If we can keep that up with yet another double victory today, I would be, I guess, shocked, surprised, but very happy as well. I'm not complaining right now. So we'll see what we run into next. And we're making, I guess, okay time. We're at about 11 minutes here, 11 and a half minutes. So that was not a crazy long battle, but, I mean, I guess it was kind of long. But Umbreon put in so much work. I'm so surprised that he put in that much work. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Umbreon is underrated as an offensive threat, especially on Battle Spot. That foul plays and nothing to screw around with. You cannot set up on it. So this is a pretty interesting team that we're running into here. Some very common Pokemon in Tyranitar and Dragonite and Lucario. I mean, it could be Mega, it could not be Mega, who knows. The Medicham is almost certainly going to be Mega if he brings it. And Polion is a nice change, and so is the Frostlass. So, very cool team here, at least with 3 of the Pokemon. And we'll see what sets he's running. He could be just running some wacky sets on the rest of his Pokemon as well, and that's always refreshing to see. It's always nice to see something that isn't standard, because Battle Spot gets kind of boring, honestly. It really does. Our opponents love to bring just the same stuff over and over and over again. Same Pokemon. So, we'll see what they do here. Likely leads, I'm going to say that Frostlass is going to be a likely lead. They like to do, you know, Focus Sash, Spikes, and not so much on Battle Spot, but in 6v6 they like to do Focus Sash with Spikes and that kind of stuff. They can also have Taunt, and Frostlass is very fast, so it's a great Taunt user. And, Destiny Bond is a thing. I know I use that on mine because it's great. Focus Sash with Destiny Bond, you pretty much can just kill anything if you time it right. So we'll see what he wants to do here. I really don't have anything to hit that Tyranitar except for Luxray and Mienshao. And looking at this team, Umbreon again could do some work, but it's going to be really vulnerable to Lucario if it's physical, regardless of whether it's Mega or not. And same thing goes for the Medicham. Regardless of whether it's Mega or not, it can pretty much just destroy the life of Umbreon. So that is a little bit of a problem. Just a little bit of a problem. So let's get into this battle. I'm itching for a double victory. Back-to-back double victories, that might be the first time that we do that. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, though. Let's calm down here, and let's just focus on this battle. So he's going to lead off, indeed, with that Frostlass. I'm leading off with Exeggutor, so that was kind of a stupid play on my part. I even mentioned that Frostlass was a likely lead, and here I am bringing out something that does not match up well against it. He's going to go for the Ice Beam. Pretty positive he's going to go for the Ice Beam. He has no reason not to. I can't KO it with anything. He could also go for the Shadow Ball, but Ice Beam has a higher base power, and sometimes these things don't even carry the Shadow Ball. They like to carry Ice Beam, Destiny Bond, Taunt, and then like Spikes or something like that. I think that's what mine has. Anyway, we're going to switch into Because Bunnies, and we should be able to take that fairly nicely, and the way I'm going to play this is I'm just going to kill this thing. I really don't care if he wants to go for the Destiny Bond. If he wants to take out this Azumarill, then, you know, so be it. I just want this thing out of the way because it just does so much work against my Exeggutor, and the rest of his team really doesn't. The rest of his team can't really handle Exeggutor. And so we're going to go for the Play Rough there, and he does indeed have the Focus Sash, so I think this is actually running the same set that mine is. He has the spikes. He has the Ice Beam. He's probably going to have the Destiny Bond. Yep, there's the Destiny Bond. So that is a bit unfortunate. Please miss. No, he's not going to miss. So Azumarill is going to go down here, but we're basically just trading a Pokemon for a Pokemon. So unfortunately, because Bunnies isn't putting in too much work today, we will be bringing it again tomorrow, though. So hopefully we'll put in a little bit more work. That would be nice. That would be nice. Very short-lived screen time for Because Bunnies today. I'm sorry. Alright, so he's going to send out the Lucario here. Shiny Lucario. And we're going to go with the Exeggutor because, like I said, this Exeggutor matches up well against the many physical attackers that he has on his team. And I really think that we might be able to outstall this thing. You know, subseeding, it's... I don't know, some people don't like it, but it works, and it's not as dickish as the whole Toxic Stall thing. Or Swag Play. Don't even get me started on that. He's going to go for the Poison Jab, which is a great move to carry on this thing. Really helps out with fairies. I mean, I guess. I mean, you still have the Bullet Punch. But he might be carrying that just for opposing Azumarills, which I would not blame him for whatsoever. So yeah, that is that. We get the Leech Seed off, which is great. If we miss that, we would have been in trouble. And we did indeed eat our Citrus Berry, and I did not see the Harvest thing come up, so we have not harvested it yet. And I do have Protect and Substitute, so we're going to be okay here, I think. Judging by that damage, you know, if he just wants to stay in and not switch out, he's going to be in trouble. We'll see what he wants to do. He's going to go for the Poison Jab. I tried to get up another sub. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. It looks like we're just barely not going to be able to. I probably should have protected there just to ensure that we could get another substitute. But whatever. So we're going to get more Leech Seed damage here. And a little bit of recovery. We're also going to get our Citrus Berry harvested, which is fantastic. So that should get us up to the 50% mark, maybe a little bit above that. We're like 55%, 54.5% to be exact. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just pulling numbers out of my rear end right now. We're going to go for the Protect to get some extra Leech Seed damage. And he's just staying in, so there's no reason for me to do anything else. And Lucario is just... Not Lucario by itself, but Mega Lucario is just so powerful that I really don't even feel bad by using this strategy right now. I really don't. Just like I wouldn't feel bad if this was a Talonflame. Although I'd probably be dead if this was a Talonflame because Brave Bird is a thing. And so is U-Turn. And a lot of the Talonflames love to run that Choice Band set, and that would be times 4 effective. I'm just rambling here. He actually has the Crunch, which has the same base power as the Poison Jab, but it has a chance to lower my defense. And I really thought he was going to switch out there, so I went for the Substitute. I should not have done that. Probably should have went for the Giga Drain. Even though it's resisted, Mega Lucario is very frail. And yeah, that is what I should be doing. So that would speed up the process a little bit rather than just trying to kill him via Leech Seed damage. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, so I can Protect here, and that is indeed what I'm going to do. I feel like he's just going to go for another Crunch. He's desperately trying to get that... defense drop. I think he might have been trying to get the poison earlier with the Poison Jab, and it's just not working out for him. The hacks is just, it's not happening. It's not happening right now. And that is very unusual for me. Normally I get hacks like first turn. That's just how it goes. He's going to go for the Crunch, and I should be able to live that. Barely, 23 HP. We're going to get a Giga Drain off, so that should do some decent damage. That did more damage than I thought it was going to. I thought that may be a crit, honestly, but it's not. So we get a little bit of HP back from that, a little bit of HP back via the Leech Seed, and the Protect is blatantly obvious here. Blatantly obvious. Let's see if he switches out. Nope, he's just going to die to Leech Seed damage. Okay. Alrighty. I feel like he could have gotten around this just by switching out. I mean, I guess we'll see what his last Pokemon is. But I'm not sure why he would stay in this entire time. Maybe he just... I don't know. I don't know what was going on in his mind at this point. But Exeggutor, that's right, taking down the Mega Blaziken a couple of episodes ago. Taking down Mega Lucario this time around. So, subseeding physically defensive Exeggutor is nothing to scoff at. Even these Uber Pokemon are going down. Now, granted, he probably should have just switched out because he has the Empoleon, which probably has Ice Beam. Why did he not switch out and just kill me? That remains to be seen. So maybe he doesn't have the Ice Beam? We're just going to stay in here. I have no reason to switch out and take unnecessary damage. So I'll just go for the Leech Seed, I guess. We'll see what he wants to go for here. And if he can't kill me off, Harvest could bite him in the butt here. Pretty badly. Pretty badly. There's a good chance that I can just outstall him if he doesn't kill me here. He does have the Ice Beam. Why did he not switch out earlier? Just this whole situation would have been avoided. Okay. So the Exeggutor is going to go down here to that Ice Beam. So we're down to one Pokemon each. Pretty much an even playing field here. And I'm pretty sure he's going to win this matchup. I can't hit him with anything. I do not have the Focus Blast. I switched that out for Dazzling Gleam, which is not very effective on Steel types. So I need to go for that Energy Ball. He goes for the substitute. Why are you doing that? Why? You could easily kill me with anything, basically. Even Ice Beam, probably. So we're going to go for the Energy Ball to break the sub. We get a crit there, so I guess that saved him. He's going to go for the Agility. Okay, interesting set. Agility, Sub, Ice Beam, and either Flash Cannon or Surf. Or I guess Scald, maybe? Probably a Water type move. That has better coverage than Steel types. So yeah, that's just really strange. He's going to go for another Sub. Why did you do that? I'm Focus Sash. Oh my goodness. Focus Sash Alakazam is so common. He just handed us the match. He had it won. He had it in the palm of his hand. I basically had no chance. I had to get a crit or two. And now he's going to go for the Surf, so that is his fourth move. And that's not even going to take us down to the Focus Sash. It's going to leave us with 4 HP. And Energy Ball is going to take out this Empoleon. I don't know that we deserved that match. I really feel like we should have lost 2-0 there. Or 1-0, depending on how things went with that Lucario if he decided to switch out. I just don't understand some of those plays. I really don't know what to say, but I will take the victory. I am not complaining whatsoever, so that's going to bring our record up to... Let's see, we were 36-23 last time, so we are 37-23 now. Yay, because I can do +1 math. So we have a 14-game differential, back-to-back double victories. I am not positive that has ever happened since this series started. But I will take it. I will take it gladly, and it would be fantastic if we can do that again next time. So that's a little bit too much to ask, probably, but a man can dream. A man can dream. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in today, and do not forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, because it does help out a lot, and I will see you guys for the next episode. But until then, game on.